In this video, we're going to take a look at our end-to-end tire recycling software. The first thing we're going to do is go to our dispatch board. We're going to go to Big O Tires. So I can go to my service date and say, okay, is this going to happen today? Is this going to happen tomorrow? So let's go ahead and save this one to Frank. Now, we can then head back to our dispatch board or our load board, and you're going to notice that we have these other two tickets that have yet to be assigned. So real quickly, as a dispatcher, I can open up this ticket, hit that button, hit this button, send it to Frank, and it's that easy. Once we've got our transactions for the day set, and our drivers have been alerted through email that their transactions are sitting in their tablet, they simply can open their tablet. When they open their tablet, they would be able to log in and instantly see only their loads. Now, one of the best parts about the system is if this driver says, I can't make it that far across town, or I'm going to get a late start today, they simply can assign this or unassign this, or they can hand it off to another driver. Let's go ahead and open up and look at one of these transactions. Now that I've arrived at the tire shop, it's time to buy some tires. So at this point, I can just say I'm going to pick up some passenger tires and I'm going to do some truck tires. I can open up the box and I can say, you know what, I'm going to do 25 of those. And I'm going to open up that one and do 75 of those. Now, as a driver, the first thing I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get the signature of the store manager, because I want that signature on my manifest. Very important. So we're now going to say that, are we accepting cash for this load? Or are we going to send it to AR? I'm going to go ahead and send this to account, and we're going to bill this account later. Okay, we're going to do one more ticket, and we'll do this one a little bit faster. Now we can add an environmental surcharge, we can add a fuel charge, we can go add our tires, and now we can start loading. Now keep in mind that we do have a quick count. Now the quick count could be as easy as just you tapping tires as they get loaded on the truck. And as somebody's rolling them into your truck, you can count the tires as fast as that. So this gives us the ability. Now, one of the things I want to highlight at this point is every tire has a known default weight. So we have 750 pounds on this line item. We have 308 pounds on this line item. Now, if we want to do a bulk add, we can simply go like this and say we've got 75 of these tires. So it can be done very, very quickly. You're going to notice we have 2,400 pounds going onto our truck right now at an average of $2.51 per tire going onto our truck. Again, store manager signature, very important for the tire manifest. And we're going to send that to accounts receivable, meaning that we're going to bill that later. Now, I am going to create one ticket as a driver because I got a call. The dispatcher was out and they said, hey, can you go to this tire shop? I'm going to say, sure. So now our ability to go in there and say, well, the first thing I want to do is I want to attach this to my truck today. So now this is going to be attached to my truck. I could also receive against a contract for this one. So I'm going to receive against the contract, and then I'm going to open up this ticket. Now this ticket is pre-populated because we knew that from this customer, we have an agreement, and this is the agreement. This is the price for this truck. Now I can simply say we had 50 of those. The other thing that I would like to note at this point that I think is important is our ability to manage service locations. So maybe this one was at Lexington Street and maybe this one is at a different address. So you can actually select different addresses and each line item can represent a different address should you need to have that. Now pricing can be driven at the service location level. Let's go ahead and finish. Go ahead and pay without printing. Now I could do a split pay as well. Again, we want that store manager signature for our manifest, and we're going to do this one in cash. They handed me exact cash, so there's no need to tender any change, and I'm going to finish. So whether it's cash, whether it's check, the system is fully capable. Now the ticket tracker is showing us, here's the latest one that we've done, and you can see here that that's ticket tracker number 6 is the number that we bound all of these tickets together. We have a total of 335 tires in my truck right now. We have a total of 4,500 pounds coming into the facility. We're ready to weigh them up. And we have a total value of $898.97. This can also be printed as a report. And on this report, we have the ability to see all of the driver tickets. That's these, the sell tickets. That's the invoices we've created. And we can see that 2 of them have been sent to account. One of them has been paid in cash, and the other one is sitting here unpaid. Let's go ahead and go over to our scale application and let's receive this truck that's coming into the yard. and I'm going to receive this into my inventory. Now, keep in mind, we want to bind that once again to that ticket tracker. Very important that it's bringing it all together for us. The value of the ticket tracker is simple. In real time, you, your dispatchers and managers, can easily see the volume on the truck and whether you have enough volume to complete more loads during the day. Now that we're at the scale, it's going to be important for us to, first of all, let's go ahead and select the driver. Well, the driver coming in is on this truck. And we're going to receive these tires by the ton because we're going to compare the driver's weight that came across on the ticket tracker to the scale weight so that we know whether the driver arrived with all of their predetermined weight. One of the things I would like to highlight is that we had a pre-stored tare weight on the truck already. So that means that when we weigh up the truck and the heavy weight, we automatically know what our net weight is going to be. So let's go ahead, and at this point, we're going to go ahead and say there was one driver in the truck at the time that I got the 44,000 pounds. So this is telling me I have 18.4 net tons. You can see the pounds, 44,000, 8,000 is 36,000 pounds, which is 18.4 tons. So now this is what's coming into my facility, most likely to be sorted, with the bad tires being shredded, the good tires probably heading off to the retail. And then we can go to our sales or our wholesale, but let's just go to sales, and we can start to sell our tires. So very simply, you can just start adding your tires to same as the app. So you can see you can add it. Now the system should drive a price for your retail level, but let's say we're selling the tires at $15 a piece, and we're going to sell 4 of these tires. So we can simply see here that we've got $60 of tires and we have some retail tax. So it's $64.50 built right into the system, giving us that capability. Now, you could, on a per salesperson basis, be tracking commissions for each salesperson that makes a sale. That can either be done through a ticket tracker or it can be done through the salesperson that's associated with the customer. Let's go ahead and finish this one out. Let's print and pay. Let's accept some cash. Now keep in mind that we could accept credit card as well. So you can see there, that's a credit card payment that just fired through, and we either used an account on file or we tapped, swiped, or inserted the credit card. We also have finished good packages. So if you're selling tires or selling rubber or crumb by the super sack, we can actually barcode label those very simply and easily. I want to move into accounting, and then I'm going to move into our contracts. But under accounting, you can see that we have real-time integrations with Oracle and real-time integrations with QuickBooks so that your transactions are put into the QuickBooks in real time. There is no manual entry within the WeighPay world. We're going to go into those bills and invoices that we created, and you see these 2 for Big O Tires. We want to invoice Big O Tires. We're going to make one click. We're going to merge these 2 into a single invoice for $544. We're going to add that to the invoice, and we're going to finish it. Now, this can also be, we can add more. You can see here who it is and whether we're the attention, and you can see we can drop down and look at if there's any payment terms that we need to put on this invoice. We can say net 30, and that can be saved, of course. And then we're going to hit the save button. Now, this can be emailed directly out of the WeighPay system, and we can print. Let's go ahead and take a look at this invoice. On this invoice, you can see this is what your customer would receive. This is the summary page showing us our environmental surcharges, fuel surcharges, and then those tires that were picked up, the fees associated, and of course, once again, if there's any tax implications. Now, this is 6 pages, so you can see here that we can see the actual sales invoice. We can go back and look at another invoice. So we combine all those invoices into a single payment within seconds. You can see here how we can take this feed into a production movement. So this product, every pound, gets auto regraded into here by 65, 10, 15. So you can create your own production movements right in the WeighPay system to manage your shred product and material. That then can go into a outbound shipment, and you can actually ship through the system if you want to do a shipment here, or you can do a shipment through your scale application. If I want to do a shipment here, I can attach it to a contract. I can go to my ship to. I can select who's my shipper, Liberty Tire. I can then go add product or inventory containers, and we can start to sell. So you can sell your shred, you can sell your tire. So I can go in here and sell my inventory. We have 26 tons. We can go like this, calculate 10 tons went into that truck, and we're going to go like that. And we're going to come back to ship the product. So it automatically created an invoice, and we can print that bill of lading. So there's our bill of lading. There's the weight. There's the tonnage. Let's go ahead and go back and view the invoice. So the invoice, we can add images, files, or payments, or we can just print the invoice. So there's the invoice. And this one hasn't been priced out yet, but we can create an AR invoice. If we go into the customer account, we can go into Cheapest Guy Tires. We can see that they have an AR balance right now where they owe us money. There's no AP balance, but we can go in to look at their wallet. If they had any payments on file, we can look at all their transactions. Should we want to look at all their transactions, we can look at any job agreements. These are the contracts, purchase or sales contracts. You can see here that we have one sales contract. This one is incoming products between this date range for this customer. We have 2 items on this contract. Total 2,000 pounds or 2,000 each tires. So far, we have 1,300 tires left to receive with a total $6,000 value in 8 loads. We're going to go here. We're going to look at our agreed to balance, our shipments, our audit trail. We're going to run a quick report. This is a contract that we have, and this is what we're picking up tires against. So you can see it is inbound sales. This is our contract. Now, keep in mind, we have 2 reports in the system that are specific to Liberty Tire manifests. Now, the important part of the manifest is the ability to see who the generator is, who the transporter is. Here we have 19 pages. So we're going to go here, and you're going to see here the service location is recorded. We have the driver's signature, passenger signature. So you can see all these transactions. So this is a little bit more where you see both the driver and the customer signature. You can see that it was a company truck that was the transporter. And we can get more information on the system, but there's your surcharge. So you get an idea of our manifest report. The other report that is critical to Liberty Tire is going to open up in Excel. And this gives us the ability to see those transactions, the service location, store, manifest number, manual tire, its customer, count. It's very specific to Liberty Tire and how they want to see their reports as their tires are coming in. Remember WeighPay. So advanced, it's simple.